Hello, everybody. I'm Misa Narrates. This is my digital space, and I hope you enjoy. Now, if you are here, we are on our 6th episode of the review. Thank you so much to everybody who has liked, commented, subscribed, shared. Today, I look the same as the last two videos, and that is because I am filming again on the same evening. We are getting in the content as quickly and as efficiently as we can. So, this time around, we are going to be looking at Smino's Reverend music video. He released this April 6th, 2020. And, yes, it is directed by Top Shada. And that's what I'm seeing. But I think what's really important to mention is that Smino shot this music video in South Africa when he was booked to come here in 2019, I believe. So it is directed by, the production is completely local. And that's beautiful. And I want to mention that because I think that that's exemplary, right? So we oftentimes see that when foreign nationals come to do work in Africa, they come with this huge team, and then the talent from this region is not considered and is not participating. And so there's no skills exchange. And then there's also no opportunity to really see Africa and see this region through a local lens on an international platform, such as the platform of, let's say, an international recording artist, a Western international recording artist. So, Top Shada, shout out to you. The production company is called Facts.ny. Again, I am seeing Instagram handles for the information, but the producer here is Buipelo Molwela. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. The production assistant, wow. I'm seeing two names, and I'm going to say the two names because I really don't want to, butcher people's names, but Tabang and Neo Tando Maponya. So there's Neo Tando Maponya, unless it's Neo. Is there a typo? Perhaps it's Neo. I think it's Neo, but maybe I'm wrong. And then Lodwikis Tabang. Guys, if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly, forgive me. I'm so sorry. Camera assistant Warren. Colorist Craig Simonetti. The lyrics are also here, so that's nice. And yeah. That's that on that. This was released April 6th, 2020, and it is a 2-minute, 34-second music video, short and sweet, to the point. So, let's get into it.
I'm out here with my nigga Jeff in this bitch. Oh yeah. I had to stop, had to look to my right. I walked around the room, it was clear as Sprite. Everybody riding ain't gon' steer you right. You can't hear nobody unless your spirit's right. No. And that's some shit I learned myself on. I touch that water, feel like Reverend. My money long and my hair long. I walked in the beat like I bought it, just floss, I ain't heard it. They never taught it, the fucked up a frontal. She roll like the frontal, I'm bringing the gold to the arch, now McDonald's. Lately been missing my area, then got carried away. I keep something very strong, my carry on like what they gon' say. Hand me my keys, keys. Run me my feet, I need that copy. I need all that motherfucking shit. Wheel, clutch, gas, all I wanna do is accelerate. Keep the family straight, I couldn't put that shit a better way. Of course I found the loopholes, I learned that from the loophole. Fool for that pink thing, drank little baby Nouveau. I just did 50,000 tickets worldwide. Girl bye, I blocked ya, search ya. Then my daddy house like I'm real shot. T.I. on the amount of Smino, pockets on my D.I. Make a bitch say hello, pull up in the fucking vibe. Pussy pop like a Uzi. Okay, underlay, Eva, she lit my dick through my Levi. She sucked my dick through my dickies. I hope that her never forget me. She shake it like the heebie-jeebies. That ass heavy like Rikishi. I wrote that Keisha. She played that toner. I said, okay.
Okay, so we're going to stop at 1 minute, 42 seconds. To start, this music video looks to be shot in Johannesburg, specifically in Alexandra, the township closest to Santon, for the Americans who are maybe watching this who want some context. Yeah, these are just like scenes from the hood, really. Scenes from the hood. There's nothing that's wild or like, oh my gosh, about this. This is just a very clear scenes from the hood situation. I think the thing that's really nice is how they started this music video. So the title of the song is Reverend, and we have some very interesting street names out here. And so, you know, the people who were doing the production found Reverend Street. Is there a correlation between the name of the song and the location where, you know, the Reverend Street sign was? Perhaps. Maybe we'll find out from Smino in the future. Lyrically, there's interesting allusions to link the lyrics to the visuals. So, for instance, when he talks about everybody who's writing is not necessarily about you or for you or something along those lines, then you see a little boy riding a bike. Obviously speaking, the lyric has more to do with the fact that just because people are there does not mean they're there for you in the best ways, which has nothing to do with a child riding a bike, but the correlation is interesting. I find it interesting, really, how he makes mention of like sweating out this girl's frontal or like messing up her frontal, which is a type of wig for the men who maybe don't know, or the women that don't wear wigs or don't care for the terminology. But in the music video, I have yet to see a single, I see one girl with what looks to be a wig, but the first woman you see has these like pondos as her hairstyle. And I love the fact that I have yet to see what is a typical South African video style of having like gang girls and like light-skinned girls everywhere and in swimsuits, etc. Like, it's very clear that this was not an attempt to reinvent the wheel.
Enough. Thick bitch wanna play rough. I'm up. This just regular stuff. Then I got in that thing went stupid. She said, who the fuck you think you is? Mr. Sold Out in the whole US. And I told her good night. I had to stop, had to look to my right. I walked around the room, it was clear as Sprite. Everybody riding ain't gon' steer you right. You can't hear nobody unless your spirit's right. No. And that's some shit I learned myself. I touch that water, feel like rap, bro. Talk to your bitch like I love her, I don't really love her, I just wanna fuck her. I'm rushing, I feel like I'm stuck, I'm rushing, I feel like I'm rushing. Rolling the phone and stuck. Oh shit, that nigga rapping. You got no fuck going on.
Okay, so I just realized now, the production company, when I said facts.ny, it's Flourish and Multiply. This is the same production company that does a lot of work with Shoma Josie. So yeah, there's that. And just because I like to keep consistency, again, the Kim Kardashian or the Kardashian, Keeping Up with the Kardashian style editing is here again. It's just an aesthetic thing. Like, I think I'm going to have to just get over it. Like, I'm going to see it for at least another year. I'm just going to have to get over it. But I really resent it because I don't see the value. I don't see the value. I don't understand the value. If you see the value, comment below and let me know. Correct me. But at this point, I just don't see the value. Anyway, I appreciated the scenes, right? This did not feel like poverty porn, which is something that we're always very weary of when Western nationals come to Africa, that they want to go to like the poorest of the poor places and then really show you the poverty. Ooh, my hair. And they really want to show you the poverty. Like, I was not getting that vibe from this. He showed us, obviously speaking, it's not a neighborhood where everybody's house is like separate and everybody has space and everybody has a big backyard. At the end of the day, he went to the hood and he showed in his video what it looks like, but he didn't glamorize the poverty. He didn't exaggerate the poverty there. And also, it wouldn't have made sense to do so given his song. His song is very lighthearted, very much about like, I make bags, I make money, you know, like I can get girls if I want to. Be weary of people who are riding with you. They might not ride you, steer you in the right direction. It was a very simple message song. Like, you could understand and interpret it very clearly. So then having that poverty porn wouldn't have made sense. And so it's very nice to see that he steered away from that, one. Two, the editing was really dope. I felt like the editing was really, really dope, aside from that filter. But in the defense of their production, the filter that we are used to with Keeping Up with the Kardashians was different in this video because they used a different version. Like, they used a different design. So in my video for the review of Hide and Seek, I was ranting about the fact that, like, that little square element could have been on the other side, just so that there's not so much consistency across different videos. So in this instance, that, like, burnt film element or style was executed differently, and for that I have to give kudos. What else? The fashion I was cool with. I wasn't like, wow, but I was definitely cool with it, just because, like, I was not getting a feel that was the focus. I did appreciate, however, that there looked to be effort, right? And so I also liked seeing the purple Louis Vuitton fit, whether it be the pants and the jacket, I can't remember exactly, but the purple Louis Vuitton fit, because South Africans will remember that, like, maybe for those who aren't in tune with fashion as much, they will remember Ricky Rick wearing that fit. And so it was just nice to see that correlation. Even though they're completely unrelated, it was just, if you remember the image of Ricky, it was nice to see that from me. I like being able to recognize things that I've seen before. Is it okay to just say that, like, I really liked his hair? I really liked his hair. I think in general, I just really like his hair. And I appreciated the casting. He made sure to have people who are from the hood, but not, like, he didn't put crackheads in. He didn't do poor Africa. He didn't do that narrative at all. He had, like, fashion and had brands that are recognizable internationally in this, like, 2-minute, 34-second music video. And the reason why that's important, and the reason why I'm pleased with it, really, is because, again, there's this association, even locally, there's this idea that there's no money in the hood. And now, granted, I do not wish to suggest that there is wealth and, like, buku millions, etc., in the hood, and that is a norm and standard for everybody. That is incorrect. I do not wish to suggest that. But what I want to emphasize is the fact that there is wealth in the hood. That there are families who are well off, who still live in the hood. So based on that alone, it's also very obvious, like, it's fair to assume that we would see brands like Louis Vuitton, like Gucci, like FUBU, like, different types of sneakers worn by people who live in the hood. Like, that's not an abstract thought. So I appreciated seeing those elements in this music video, as small or maybe perhaps insignificant as they were. What I will say is that the one scene I really just didn't understand, or the one location, was that, like, water setup where old girl was in a bikini and he was between a rock. Like, I didn't understand the value of that. But from a production perspective, from a fashion perspective, from a visual communication perspective, this video is a comfortable 8, an arguable 8.5 out of 10, in my opinion. But again, just like special shout outs for the fact that he came to this country, he participated in the creative economy in this country, and that is exemplary. I think that's priceless. That cannot be rated. That can only be applauded. So shout out to Smino. That's my review of his single, Reverend. Again, I'm Misa Narrates. This is my digital space. I hope you've enjoyed. And on top of that, if you have something to say, even if it's not nice, write it down in the comment section. We can have a conversation. But until the next episode of the review, thank you so much for watching through, and leave a like, comment, and subscribe while you're at it. And until the next time, bye.